Final battle, Saturday, Supergame, OXCC, Chesapeake City, Maryland. And in this direction, the red team. You flip your 360 in the other direction, the blue team. So just a frame of reference, the forward direction of this 360 is the red team. The reverse direction is the blue team. And you can see myself, I'm not playing in Final Battle. I'm actually wearing my clown suit to film. Now this is the 50-yard line, so to speak. If you look to your left at the berm, you can see Gizmo, the ultimate, over there in his lime green T-shirt. That is the sideline. That is the tape line. If you go into that road, you are out of play. If we look to the right towards that wood line, the perimeter is just inside the wood line. There is a tape line. There's a rope that runs along it. So as you can see, these two buses represent how each side can take one bus off the break. I'd put them about the 40-yard line. You could call it that. Looking back towards the blue team, you can see the fire base. You can see the berm. That's it. I guess the 30. And if you look back there to the right again, towards the red team past their bus, you'll notice that they have a big ramp that leads up into the back of that bus of dirt, which acts as a nice natural blocker when you're standing on the edge of that bus. This game is about to start, and I will say, as interesting as the gunfire is from midfield, this game is easily won by red off the break, and I'm going to show you why. Watch what happens here. To the right, you're going to see red break hard. They're going to come out to the bus. You're going to see blue, if you look to your left, towards the fire base. They're going to bunker down, most of them inside the berm. A couple of them are going to come out to the bus, but the rest of them are not. See Michael Scott from the Apex Predators parked just underneath the camera inside this cube. I think he maintains that location literally the entire game. Look at the Panda. He's going to heave some smoke. That's Scott yelling to his buddy Mac to go left. Now the fact that you can walk a mascot out to the 50 like this and taunt and not even get shot should tell you just how far back blue bunkered before trying to take midfield. So with one team taking the 40, that's the red team, and the blue team taking the 30, it's kind of over. You're not going to get anybody up here to claim these center territories. There's three, one towards the road, one just between the buses here on the other side of that other cube there, and then one further down towards the tree line. If you haven't noticed, I believe the red team has a second mascot, a guy in a camel. He'll come out and he'll take he'll set one of these spinners to their team color. So the idea here is, at the 50, with all this action going on, you should see a lot of runners, a lot of people running towards, man, my camera took some paint on it, son of a gun. So you should see people running up here trying to set these spinners to their team colors. There should be a lot of action up here with paint flying trying to protect runners. It's not happening. Now, Red's excited because they own this field right now. There's not much going on in terms of push by the blue, other than to run to this bus. None of them are working up the road line. None of them are working up the tape on the woods as far as I can tell. Okay, we see another red taking the second cube in the middle, which is a very hard cube to take. Red owns all the flag stations, or the spinners. This is just a runaway. Now, I say this because I've played a final battle in this location numerous times in the past. In fact, my most recent one was when I generaled North versus South. Now, by comparison, if you want to see a hell of a final battle, go back in my playlist and look for the final battle in 360 on North versus South. You'll see me actually out on the 40 on that tube there next to the bus that's near the fire base. You can see it on screen now. I played off that tube, and it was heavy duty in terms of paint flow, players at the 50, a whole different animal. So this is a very tame final battle, in my opinion, and I don't think many people would argue that. I'm not trying to insult the blue team, but they just did not have a lot of heart in this final battle off the break, and it just lost the game for them. You can see myself back there on camera roaming around, trying to find tight shots to film. Mike Scott still underneath the cube here, underneath the camera in the cube. This final battle does have a few more things taking place here, so I hope you stick around for part 2. It's not a total bore. I mean, 360 does give you a number of things to continuously spin around and look at. But I would have expected and I wanted to see a lot more players on all of these bunkers. Now, there should be some changes made to this field. I will concede that as a final battlefield, it's a little unbalanced. I do believe that the 40 needs a little more fortification on both sides so that players can move up and get into play. So the intensity of paint can be a little more participatory, because this long balling from distance is just not conducive to a really lively final battle, in my opinion. All right, so let's get to the next part, the second half of the final battle. Wind it up.
It's too much for any man.